Welcome back, I'm Shelf Unit, and this is my continuing Let's Play of Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition. So, what I want to do now is quickly pop back down to the lower ward, and I want to grab a hammer, a special hammer. Oops, I'm going to unpause for that. I need to purchase the Godsman Forge hammer.
Let's dabble a little turtle, eh?
I'm assuming I can get it.
Done.
Is it here? Sadistic frame? Not there. Must be here. Out of my way, peasants. Godsman's Forge hammer. Okay, let's...
That one's twice the price.
Yes. Going now.
I like that.
Is there anything... No, nothing right now. Okay. So I'm gonna leave 1 second. So where is Nadlin?
I like that.
Great Forge.
I like that. That one's twice the price. Nice and sharp.
Warehouse print shop. So where is the Great Foundry? Lower Ward Sigil. Ah, must be in there.
I'm gone.
Let's see. Oh, is this all I needed? Is it burly, board-looking guard? State your business, please. What is this place? You're in front of the Great Foundry, home to the believers in the Source. The who? Godsmen. Why? We're one of the 15 recognized factions of Sigil, sir. We believe that every being within it has a spark of divinity, neither good nor evil necessarily, but potential to be divine. Beyond divinity, we believe there lies something greater. We believe all life has a purpose and a goal, and we're devoted to understanding what these goals are. We strive towards greatness with every step of our lives. Good for you. You can let me in? State the nature of your requirement, sir. Here to put it in an order. Sorry, sir, we're not currently accepting any new orders. Right, I have more questions. Here to pick up an order. I'm sure I had it on me. Other questions then? What are you doing? Guarding the gate, sir. Thanks for your time. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So, let's talk to this guy again, because he was brilliant last time for me. I had some questions. Do you have any jobs to do? I certainly do, friend. I have a little errand for you to run. If you'll take it, I'll net you 50 coins. All you need to do is run this handbill down to the print shop and ask Scofflaw Pen to print up 100 copies for me. Here, take it. He shoves a crumpled piece of paper into your hands. Right. Thanks, I guess.
Updated my journal.
Farewell. Okay. Let's go up here. I believe this is the print's shop. I want to get in there because I need to get a hammer.
All right.
So let's sort this out. Oh dear, you come to thread me again? He seems supremely unconcerned. I have a few questions for you. Yes, Gilsper asked me to deliver a handbill to you so you can print out 100 copies. He takes the handbill from you, looks it over and says, I'll have it for him later. Go tell him. Farewell.
I'm gone.
Okay, now we've got 4 characters here. I'm going in here doing this so I can potentially get a 5th. And also to get the God's Hammer. God's Forge Hammer. Once again, you come to me once again. There must be something I can do for you. Whatever you can do for my brother Darren cannot. The handbill is printed. It is printed? Terrific, I knew you were the man for the job. Here, take this message to Keldor of Durian in the foundry. I'm sure he'll be glad to receive it. And he'll be glad of 100 coins you get in return. Thanks, I guess.
Updated
Looks
my
like
journal.
my skills have increased.
Excellent. So, we're now mage level 8. You're coming up to being 6, 7 and 7. You are close enough to level 7 thief, and you are now a level 7 fighter. Skills and extra hit points. Your top hit points are from...
Stop staring at my tail, you skull!
Blah, what are you doing? I have a message for Kildor from Gilspur the Auctioneer. Thank you, sir. You'll find him in the Grey Godsman Hall. Thanks. Any way through? No. Nothing up here. Entrance to the Great Foundry.
This air's making my skull itch.
Let's head in. And it was at this point that I discovered that I could not hear a thing over the background noise in this entire area. It was so loud, the hammering and drilling and all that, and I'm going to have to go back into it and re-record all the audio of my voice. We talk to Alicia Teal. You see a short woman with slight horns in her forehead and ears that curve sharply back on her skull. She smells faintly of sulphur, even over the reek of the foundry's fires. Greetings. What can I do for you? I'm looking for the pickup office. I have an item waiting for me. It's that office with the desk. You should be sitting right behind it. Thanks. I had other questions. What do I say here? Ordinarily, there's nothing I'd like better. Sadly, right now we're a little busy. Come back in a year or so and I'll be happy to avoid one. What's going on? We've taken a large, huge and very, very secret contract, one that's taken up practically all our resources. We maintain a smaller operation for the day-to-day items that are other orders, but right now the foundry is devoted to fulfilling our contract. Don't bother asking about it, because I won't tell you. You seem very firm about this. Very well, I had other questions. Who are you? I'm Alicia Tid, supervisor for this area being the main foundry area of the Great Foundry, where much of our current public work takes place. The foundry is larger than this, of course, but we have a large contract we're working on and we've been sworn to secrecy, so most of the work area is off limits. My apologies. I understand. Other questions? What exactly did the Godsman stand for now? Why can I get the items to work the forge? If you can't find them lying around somewhere, then you'll have to buy them from the clerk, for a nominal price, of course. Need to get to the Goddard. I'd love to help you, but only the real higher-ups can authorise that. You have to speak to them. Okay, let's head over and talk to somebody else. Or maybe we'll just go and look in other rooms. Souza.
All right.
You see a young woman, and as you approach her, her eyes stare directly into yours, with the uncomfortable feeling that she's not just examining her eye colour. The game seems to penetrate far deeper than greetings. And that, greeting stranger, how goes your day? Well enough, I'd like to ask some questions from you. Your answer to seek half-man. Why do you call me half?
Updated my journal.
I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit. All other mortals who pass through my life show their spirits to me. There's a shining spark or a smouldering ember. You show nothing at all, and I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit, as I see those of others. Whether this is because you have no soul or because you have transcended, I cannot say. One way or another, you are but half a man. The other half is, I cannot say. I see. Answer some questions for me. Your answer to seek half-man. Who are you? I'm Sarah Souza, daughter of Sandoz, one of the factors of the Godsman. My brother Saros is the child of the Foundry, yet I fear he has never embraced the philosophy and believes of the Source. My father is a factor here, and his travels have led him far from the Foundry into realms most mortals never even dream of achieving. Tell me more of your brother. Saros is a brash, impulsive lad, easily given over to his manhood. He's eager to prove himself equal of anything on the plains, full of the aggression of youth. I believe he feels himself more sensate than Godsman, further vindicating my belief that the sensates are the most immature of all the factions of Sigil. Why are they the most immature? Why are they the most immature? Because like children, they do not understand that there is more beyond the world of the senses, beyond what one can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell. Look around you, you're on the outer planes. This is belief made solid, but that does not mean the seemingly rough matter can be comprehended by the senses. This is belief, and only physicality can match it. I see. Farewell. The Godsman Hall. Let's talk to her, or him. You see a severe woman with flaming red hair pulled back tight, giving her face a stretched, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought. As you approach, she glances up and says, Can I help you with something? Yes, I had some questions. What you want? Tell me about the Great Foundry. She stifles a yawn. You can ask almost anyone else here about the Foundry and you'll get the same answer. What makes you think I'll give one anything different? Ask another question. Tell me the project you're working on. Tell you about the project we sworn our lives to complete and defend? No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Let's just say it's powerful and it'll be worth the effort we put into it. Other questions for me then? Tell me about some of the other people here. The other people here? I've got the brilliant but eccentric Niall Xander, the Gizraki outcast woman Kalera, Thilton the Grey, whose art's much less ambitious than his name, Keldor the Factor, Sandoz the Factor, and the two children of Sandoz, supervisors, smiths, and a host of others. They all passed me by at one point or another, and frankly I haven't made much of an effort to get to know them. They work for me or they don't. That's about as much as I care, I'm afraid. I'm rather devoted to my work. Who are you? My name is Badai Lim. I'm a magical engineer, not a mage, mind you, but a theoretician. I'm going to make sure the Godsmen don't get a chance to use that weapon or contract for other weapons of war again. Nothing, forget it. Anybody else here? No.
Done.
Okay, nothing there.
Done. All right.
Nothing there.
All right.
And nothing. Oh, and there's a fifth one up here, which I'll now have to go back and do all the other two.
Done.
If none of them have anything in, I'll be quite disappointed. It just seems like a total waste unless
All
there's
right.
something I have to put in them. Yep, complete waste of time and effort.
Done.
There we go, let's head down. That's Keldor. Foundry Smith. He's a sturdy man. He looks like he's just bursting with vitality. His face is tanned and lined, and his black beard is beginning to show hints of white. Hail, stranger, and well met. What can I do for you on this fine day? Got a message from you for Giltspur the auctioneer. Messenger? He takes note from him. Very well, you can tell him the message is delivered. Was there anything else you wanted? I had a few more questions. What did you want to know? Who are you? He smiles broadly. My friend, I am Keldor of Durian, one of the factotums of the Godsman, and nominally in charge of this place whilst our true high-ups are gone in the conclave. More questions? Can you tell me about this place? This is the Great Foundry, home of the Believers of the Source, also known as the Godsman. Here we make items that ship all over the plains. We are renowned in many worlds. We do the best work here. He said, we have a staff of smiths that rival those in Mount Clangeddon itself. Well, personally, I don't think we're that good, but we are close. Can you take on additional work? Sadly, my friend, we cannot. We're engaged in a long-term contract right now that's taking up most of our resources. Perhaps when we're finished in a matter of years, he shrugs. My apologies. Tell me all about your faction. Gladly, what do you want to know? Who do I join? If you wish to join the Believers of the Source, you need to complete 3 quests. The first quest is this. You must go to the Forge and create an item. This will show you that you are capable of seeing the possibilities inherent in even a base lump of iron. That you are capable of bringing forth something that will stand the test of time. It takes measures from your vision and your ability to make the potential actual. Talk to Alyssa, the foundry supervisor in the main foundry, to see how it all works.
Updated my journal.
Some questions about the Forge. Can I see the secret project? Friend, I can't give you that until you prove yourself a friend of the Godsman. Maybe later. Okay. Come on, guys. Okay, we'll find somebody else to talk to. And here. Who are we going to see now? I believe we're going to hunt down... Where are you? There you are, Thilden. You see a slab-stomached man with thick arms and a scraggly beard. He smells as if he hasn't washed in ages, and his breath doesn't do much for your breakfast. He's in the process of ordering around subordinates as you approach him, and he deals a quick cuff to the ear of one of them. He turns to face you, hitching up his belt. What do you want? Answers like what? Need to use the Forge. Can you help me? Son, seems like anyone be a Godsman these days, he grumbles. Ain't like the old days when you had to show real potential to be a member. You want this iron for your Ponzi test, take it and get mazed. He thrusts a lump of cold ore into your hands. And some other questions? Who are you? Thilden the Grey, supervisor for this yard. My job's to make sure my labourers get their jobs done and to make sure people like you don't distract them. They work little enough as it is. Little sods. They manage to lose the rest of the day in an idleness if I weren't here. I'm tough, but I'm fair. Ask anyone. Why do they call you the Grey? Because I'm covered in soot most of the time from those blasted furnaces. It's a nickname the labourers have given me out of affection, no doubt. No doubt. That's right, they do. And they know if they don't, they'll get what's coming to them. Other questions? Tell me about the Godsman. They took me in and trained me to be what I am today. And I got to thank them for that. They took my raw talent and shaped it into skill, I tell you. I'm a favourite of the Factols, and someday I'll show everyone just how important I am to this organisation. They'll tell everyone had godliness in them. It's true for me. I think I'm closer than most folks, to tell truth. That gives me the right to act like a god, and to expect total devotion from my inferiors. I'm learning to take power and move mountains with the belief in myself, and when I rule the cosmos, you can bet I'll remember every one of the Burks who stood in my way. Interesting. I had some other questions. Okay, let's talk to Alyssa again. I've got some iron ore there, which is nice. Where's she gone? There she is. Here again. What do you want now? My apologies for my impatience, but we're on schedule here. Let's see what she says. Where can I get the items to work the Forge? Do I need to say that again? If you can't find them lying around somewhere, you'll be up nominal price. Same again. Need to use Forge. Certainly, just make sure you have the proper use of the items, protection for the flames, tongs, hammer, and of course your iron ore. I want to get the items. You can't find them. Okay, seen that before. Clark. Where is the Clark gone? He's not in there. That's locked. As unsurprisingly is this. So now I'm trying to find the Clark. It's mentally taxing for me as I'm a bit slow. But I suddenly discover that there are other rooms around. Sadly, it's not this one, but it is in here. Nadillion. So I have a chat to him. You see a wizened old man with trembling hands and a cunning face. He looks you over carefully and speaks. Hell, have I seen you before? You seem familiar to me somehow. Well, I suppose it's possible. I never forget a face. It'll come to me. Oh, to battle with it. Do you remember me? It's important. Not so fast, lad. It takes a while for my mind to warm up to a task like this. I've lived a long time and seen a lot more faces in that time. And it ain't so easy to remember. Memory's a fleeting thing, and that's some you can bank on. Before replying, you matter. Tell me about it, lad. Tell me who you are. Me, I'm Nadlin, Godsman, fighter extraordinaire, he says. At least I used to be. Now I'm a clerk in the foundry, breathing in this sooty air and hasting my dying all day long. It's a pity. I had other questions. I'd like to pick up some gear for the forge. Ah, you'll be wanting to be a smith now, eh, lad? Very well. You'll need an apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer, which will be 20. That comes to, let me see, 50 copper. I think it's 40, actually, old man. What am I thinking? Of course it is. I tell you, memory's an insidious thing. That's it. Give me the stuff. Don't forget to pick up some more from Thilden if you wanted to work the forge. He's a miserly bastard. So we've got the apron. Can't put these on anywhere. So we head back to Thilden. Where is Thilden? There's Thilden. But we're now trying to find out where we actually work the forge. And I will see it in a second. Talk to Alyssa again. Need to use the forge. She tells me all about the stuff again. Other questions which don't actually pertain to anything that I actually want right now. So I leave and then I start clicking around trying to find something. There's one thing amongst them is not like the others, as you can probably clearly see. So he gives me another lump of ore, which is nice, and I then realise that perhaps he can give me infinite ore. So I go around clicking, and oh, what's that? I discover an empty one. You step up to the forge, the heat's incredible, what do? The forge fires throwing off an incredible amount of heat, but thanks to your protection you're able to withstand it without any damage. Would you like to work the forge? What would I like to do? I then pause, because I'm desperately trying to figure out how I work the forge. So, I discover that I need to, first of all, ready the tongs, because you can't really do much without readying the tongs. Hold the tongs in a firm grip as the sweat pours from you. What would you like to do now? Pick up the ore. Your stiletto is not only functional, it's perfectly balanced and deadly looking. Nice work. This will serve me well. Kilda will certainly be impressed by this. But since we have more ore, I realise I can get more, and I hunt around for what's his name? As usual, I fail to find him immediately, which is typical. Thilden, and I grab some more ore. It gives me more ore, and now I have, since there are 3 options, I now choose to make the other 2 options, on the off chance that one of them is better than the other. So we put everything on, we ready the tongs, we pick up the ore, we place the ore, we soften the ore, we make a two-handed hammer. Hammer, a fast piece of work and one that will allow you to get out of the spot box quickly. Do you want a hammer? Yes, blah blah blah. Nice sledgehammer. And I make the third item. Use the forge. Sort out the tongs, pick up the ore, soften the ore, and make a battle axe. An axe will take some time. Little decoration, blah blah blah. Axe is nice, and I have a battle axe of quality. A high quality sledgehammer. And my high quality stiletto. I now give her those things, so I have a little bit of extra space. So I'm just reorganizing a bit of inventory at the moment to give myself a little bit of space. And then we head over to back into this room, and I can pause my audio for a bit because now we're going into a different area.
All right.
Let's talk to Keldor. Show an item you forged. Just finished forging my creation. He takes it from you and examines it carefully. That is without doubt one of the better pieces I've seen a recruit forge. You'll go far, my friend. Are you ready for the next test? Certainly hope so. As I am. A murderer has struck the foundry in the foundry, and I am forsaking the usual test in order for you to track this killer down. Go to speak to the supervisor, Alyssa Teal, in the main foundry, and proceed from there. When you've completed your investigation and are ready to name a culprit, come back to me.
Updated my journal.
Excellent. So now we have a murder to solve. And a grisly body underneath the... trapped in the cogs there. So apparently the murder has only literally just taken place in between us leaving last time and coming back. But now we have to investigate it by talking to people, which when you can't hear yourself is very difficult. So, let's find Alyssa or Thilden. Let's start with, I think we're talking to Alyssa to start with. She is. You again, what do you want now? My apologies for impatience, but we're on a schedule here. In Keldor's authority, I'm investigating a murder that occurred here. What can you tell me about it? You want to know what I saw the night of the murder? Well, I was working late and I heard the sound of a scuffle. When I came out, I saw a shadowy figure slip out the door into the meeting hall, and I raised the alarm. You know any other details? I only know 3 people who had access to the building that night. They were Thilden, Saros, and Bidan Lane. The 3 of them have dramatically different builds, but in the haze of the foundry, I couldn't see clearly. How do I know you didn't do it? I've an alibi, not to mention Keldor already ascertained the truth from me. I've nothing to hide. Apparently Thilden, Saros, and Bidan do, because they wouldn't go under Keldor's spell. Where can I find Bidan Lane? She can be found in any of the foundry areas, blah blah blah. You'll just have to know when you see her. Usually remains in the main meeting hall. Where are they? And yeah. So now I'm just talking to various people, talking back to Thilden, I believe. Can't interact with the body, so I just have to talk to Thilden. Shame about poor Smith Avladon, really were. Still, he weren't one to keep himself to grindstone. He weren't dedicated. Just the way the planes turn, mark my words. Every basher gets his due. Ah well, what can old Thilden do for you? Doesn't seem particularly upset about it, does he? Your answers like what? What were we doing the night of the murder? What was I doing? Why? I was sitting in my room with a nice loaf of bread and a jug of wine, staying in. Didn't go out that night. Didn't see no need. You know any others who can swear otherwise? No, never saw the need to make sure of it. One place you might ask if you're really looking for leads is Saros. Little thieving knight goes everywhere, what with his father being such a high up here. He was always into new experiences. Boy's practically a sensate, if you ask me. Probably wanted to kill someone to see if he could get away with it. Saros, eh? I remember that. In the meantime, I had some more questions. And that's it for him. So now I have to go out and hunt down some of the others in an area of better audio quality. Sarosa.
All right.
Ah, this was where she was. Tell me what you know of the matter. Tell me about some of the other people here. Questions. Let's see. I asked the guards to head out for the night because I was working in some delicate engineering on the project. Is she the Scouser? I can't remember. I really can't. He might have been the Scouser. I don't know. Anyway. I was working on the delicate engineering of the project in the next room, and I didn't need their psychic emanations fouling up over some very crucial work. It was with some dismay that I found the body when I emerged from the room. Being as I have no other alibi, I realised I'm a suspect. I suspect you've already found that I wouldn't consent to going under the spell to answer. The reason for that is it would be violating the oath of secrecy I swore to protect the project. I'll check on that with Kildor. You do that, he'll verify what I told you. He administered the oath to me so he knows it's better. Very well, farewell. See,
You know, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, Fiendling. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
come on. There we go. See, I don't understand why she would not worry. I mean, the oath, everyone there knows about it. I'll ask you some questions first. I want to talk about the murder investigation. Let's talk to... So now we need to go back, talk to, I believe it's... I'll talk to Mott first. What's eating you, Chief? Do you know about... How did you die? No, which one do I pick? What do you know about the Night Hag Ravel? Well, she's a night hag, and she was definitely balmy enough to make you a model, of all people. I mean, she could have chosen me. Mort rolls his eyes. Still, anyone addled enough to lock blades with a lady of pain isn't someone we really want to find. Okay, let's go. Nothing we particularly needed from him, sadly. And we are now going to head out of... no. Yes. 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 Yeah, out of the building. Godspeed, go.
All right.
Was it? Godspeed, where can I find... where do I find him?
I'm gone. Done.
So, where do I find... See, I don't like any of this. Where is Seros? I haven't talked to him. I would really like to talk to him. Can I go back here? You see a bushy-haired man clad in the height of fashion, if you consider fashion to have died 50 years ago. His clothing seems to consist of tattered street urchin rags, and he seems to affect a disdainful manner towards those around him. Well, that might be his actual manner. He doesn't even glance at you until you speak to him, and his eyes searching your face carefully. You want something? Tell me what you know of the murder of the smith. Well, I know nothing. I've been working on my construct and concentrating on my work. I haven't paid attention to what workers do. I did their job, I did mine. Who are you? I'm Neil Xander, great-grandson of the artificer Zero Xander, engineer, dreamer, creator. And I finished his work, the work that you commissioned, the Dream Builder. Are you ready to claim the use of it now? The Dream Builder? What's that? It's both machine and ritual. It's a state of mind and a construct of steam and blood. It grants dreams to those who enter its confines. It's built for you and it's waiting for you. You're ready to finish it off? It's been waiting for you for decades. How do you know it's built for me? Because my great-great-grandfather Zeno Xander set your face in stone so that we would know when you returned for the work you commissioned. You always thought you'd return, but no one else truly believed you would. Our family completed it because we said we would. And now we are. Now here you are. Still had the stone? No, it was stolen from me for a year ago. I only saw a shadow flitting away. It was the item taken from my home. I have no idea who'd take it, but I memorized the features. Not interested in the dream. Farewell.
All right.
Door is locked. Sorry, sir, no one's allowed to go in there until the Factor Sandals gets back. You can't go in. What can you tell me about him? He's a believer, sir, a true believer. But he's moody, and all the travel across the multiverse can't be good for your head. You either lose your perspective or get too much of it, really. Either way, it ain't good. So where... Where is Saros?
Done.
There, ah. That poor Smith, I can't believe what happened to him. It's pretty awful to be wedging the gears like that. I had some questions for you. Ask whatever you want. Anyhow, tell me about yourself. Me, I'm Saros, I grew up around here. Got to run through the foundry, playing with stuff. I like pretty much everyone here except for Thilden. He keeps saying I'm not raised right and that my father is a poor parent. All I know is that Thilden's the biggest sod I ever met. Do you have any idea what happened? I told you. The supervisor, she's right. I came in here at night sometimes when there's no one around. Looks around you conspiratorially from around and lowers his head towards you. I saw Thilden creeping out of here. The main reason I know it was him was because he dropped something. He handed you an awl. The name Thilden etched in the wooden handle. Thanks. I'll be back to talk to you again, I'm sure.
Updated my journal.
Oh, you had some more questions. Tell me about the Great Foundry. You grew up here, blah blah blah, answer the questions. Tell me about the people. Smiths and workers. I think they mean well, but they're all so earnest and boring. They need to liven themselves up a little, like the Sensits. You like the Sensits, eh? They know how to live life. They know what it's all about, not like these people. They keep pretending like there's some noble purpose to it all. But I don't see it. My sister says that life's more than our senses show, but I don't see how she knows that, since all she knows is through her senses. I just don't get why people make this stuff up. Who's your sister? Sarosa? She can just look at someone and see what needs adding and what needs taking away. I don't know how she does it. My father always said it was something about her ascending to another level. He said she was born a godsman. So, what have I got? Ball. Let's give you these things. Okay, let's go talk to Thilden again. Yep, I'm going quite a bit over time here, I think. And we go back to talk to Thilden. Possibly Alyssa as well. Let's talk to Alyssa first. I've already told you everything I know. What more do you want from me? When you go over his story again, sorry. You want to know what I saw the night of the murder? Well, I was working late when I heard the sound of a scuttle, blah, blah, blah. I saw a shadowy figure. Meeting hall, blum, blah, bum, bum. Let's see, what other... Any other details? Or that's it. I know of only 3 people. Bum, bum, bum. Different builds, as we saw before. So they were the only 3 suspects? Seems too pat. I have an alibi, not to mention Kildor already obtained the truth from me, nothing to hide, blah blah blah. Yeah, nothing we could find from there. Usually between the main founding, bum bum bum. Try and find those. And don't need anything else. So let's back to Thilden. Once we can find him. There he is. Shame about that poor Smith Havler, done really well. He wasn't the only one to keep himself to the grindstone. Blah blah blah. He weren't dedicated. Already seen this, done that. Saros. You remember Saros, don't you? Gave me an awl found near the body. Oddly, this awl has your name etched into the handle. How do you explain that? He looks momentarily flustered, and then, Saros is the thief. Odds are he stole it from me. In fact, I've been missing my awl for some time. Never mentioned it to anyone because I figured I'd just lost it. Now I know Saros stole it to try and frame me. Better go get him before he gives you a laugh. Seeing her expression, he says, before he escapes. Sounds a little too pat. I'll ask him about it as soon as I get some answers from you. Well, you want answers like what? Are you doing the night of the murder? What was it doing? How was blah blah blah? Do you know anyone swear otherwise? No, never need to sort make sure of it. Bum bum bum. Saros, I'll go and check on that. So now we go back off to see Seros again. Sort of an audio fetch quest, or a verbal fetch quest.
Done.
I'll just go and quickly check her once more time. Murderer. I'll just go to him once more. Tilden says you planted the oil in the murder scene, and that you're trying to frame him for the murder because you two disagreed. Of course you say that. Just because he's guilty and he wants to make you look someplace else. I saw him kill that man. Sure, we disagreed. That doesn't mean I wanted him dead. Just because he's a total bug doesn't mean he should be arrested. He should be arrested for killing Alvador. Tell him he needs proof.
Updated my journal.
What is that decision? He seems to be holding back tears. Well, maybe it is him. And back we go, our suspicions raised by both of these people. Back to talk to Tilden again. If we can find him, that is, which of course we can't. I struggle to find him again because of my ineptitude, which is sad to see half the time, but occasionally amusing. It's a shame that at this level most people, excuse me, look the same pretty much. So I struggle to figure out exactly what it is I'm looking for. Puzzling out the murder a la Inspector Clouseau. So catching up. What little lickspit will tell you now? I'm sure it will all lies. He tells me it's not a frame. In fact, he says personally witnessed you killing the poor sod. You what? I tell you that boy's a thief and a murderer, and you don't believe me? What if I told you the lad's an anarchist too? A member of the Revolutionary League? That was true, and see, he was brought to justice. Well, it's true, I swear on the saint it eyes of my poor dead mother. Him and an engineer, Badai, they wanted to recruit me. I told him I'd join him because I wanted to catch the turncoats. I'd do my duty by my faction, but then, well, I decided it weren't right to do that. That's when they decided they were going to see me swinging from the leafless tree. Yeah, ultimately, I'll see that. I'll check it out. I'll ask some other questions for me, Tilden. What do you want? Okay. So now we have to go and check on Badai.
I'm gone.
Tilden says you're an anarchist and you're trying to pin the crime on him. I think a spike strikes sparks in your eyes. The look of scorn replaces it so quickly you're not even sure you read it right. An anarchist, right. Here's my other leg. Pull that one too. Do you have some real questions or can I get back to my work? What was that flash of anger? She smiles like, you don't know this much, do you? I'm going to put it this way. How would you feel if you were falsely accused? My anger stems from that and nothing more. She seems honest about this. I don't buy that. You'll have to if it's not really any answer from me. Okay. And back to you again. Tilden tells me you and Badai are anarchists and that you're trying to frame him because he turned down an offer to join you. Sarah's pale. She has nothing to do with this. I did it on my own, but the truth is Tilden shoved Alvador into the gears. I put the oil there just to make sure everyone would know he was there. Because I'm just a kid and no one would believe me what I was saying, alright? I've got to admit I planted the oil, but I only did it to make sure he got punished for his crime. Why? Why should I not think you're doing this to get back at him for some other crime?
Updated my journal.
Because I don't know what you'd think, why you'd think that, but I promise you could talk to him and tell him what I said. Then you can decide for yourself. I'll do that. And we're going back. Okay, now we try and find Tilden again. Let's see what this little toe rag has to say. There he is. He says you planted the all on the body, but only because he wanted to make sure that you would be implicated in the death. He says you're a murderer and wanted to make sure you got caught. Supervisor's face drains of colour. He what? I admitted he's an anarchist. Yes, he seems to believe you're dangerous to everyone around you, whether they be anarchist or godsman, and that someone needs to stop you. He's willing to admit his own crimes in order to ensure that you are met with justice. His beefy face grows red with apoplexy. You're accusing me, but I ain't the murderer. I'm just trying to expose anarchists, Burke. Damn you, you can't do this to me. You can't trust anyone who says they saw me do it. So you can't say I did. Seros makes a better witness. He's more convincing, and he's not as hated around here as you. I'm betting his story is the correct one. Oh, would you say same thing under oath and spell? Bugger, at least I can take my stuff and give this place a laugh or Tilda and make sure you won't regret it. No, remain here or suffer even worse consequences. You can rest assured that I can make certain of that. Good day, Thilden, my most self-righteous voice. Now we can go and solve the murder. Or we would do.
I'm
Tell
gone.
Kilden, but we will do that next episode. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, don't worry about it. Thank you again. I'll see you next time when we expose a murderer. Anyway, goodbye.